Hey guys, I'm back again today with another video, and I just wanted to share with you guys something that happened at my grandmother's memorial. Okay, let me just sit down quickly. I'm gonna put this right here and continue with the blog. Just hold on a second for me. So it's a quick story that I wanted to share. It was quite funny when it happened. With everything that was going on, I think we could find a bit of humor in just that whole incident. I was we were at the church, because in African culture, obviously, there is a procession that goes first to the morgue. I don't know if it's just African culture, I think everybody does it. But then I decided that I don't want to go to the morgue to go with the family, because I wasn't ready. And then there was a memorial at the church, so I decided that, you know what, I'll go to the memorial instead and just be there. And when I got there, I got there a bit late, so they had already started, and then I went to go sit down, and then finally when I sat down and I'm facing the front, and then I could see that my grandmother's coffin is right there. I think that's when I started getting very emotional. I was really upset. I got really emotionally worked up in a sense, and then I think that's when the reality of it all just kind of also just started sinking in, almost like that's it. She's right there in a coffin, and I started crying, and then they couldn't console me to the point where I was they had to get me outside for a little bit so that I could just gather myself. And I came back inside with my cousins, and then I sat down again. But as soon as I sat down again, the same emotions started coming up again, and before I knew it, I was leaning on my cousin, and then I don't know what happened, and then when I lifted my head again, my wig had fallen off. It was so weird, because I think how I noticed that something wasn't right. I started feeling cold at the top of my head. I'm like, why am I feeling cold at the top of my head? So when I felt what was going on, and then I realized that my wig had fallen off, and all I could see was people's faces and expressions from across the church, and I knew that it was bad. I just was where is it? I was looking for it and then trying to put it back on at the same time. It was crazy. It was hilarious. I mean, when I think about it now, my grandmother would have laughed at me. She would have teased me for the rest of my life had she seen that. It was one of those moments where I'm a mess, and it's real. It's just terrible. Everything was falling off. I was just, I had a head wrap around the wig, so that fell off, and then the wig also fell off, and I was okay, what is going on? But in that moment, it's almost I don't even care, because I was just so emotional. And that's when I realized that, you know what, I am not okay. And then again, after the whole memorial service at the church, we went back home. When we got to the house, when the reality of everything starts really facing you, and you're like, wow, okay, this is really happening. And now she's getting into the house, and goodness, I could not control myself. It was so bad that it felt like I was having a panic attack. I think it was I couldn't breathe. I was hyperventilating. I had to like take off my jacket, I had to take off my shoes. They got me to sit down on the floor. It was just a mess. It was a big mess. But in all of that, when I think about it, my grandmother would have just laughed. Like, she would have just been like, girl, what was going on with you? Like, it was such a mess. I was just, yeah, a hot mess. But I think I dealt with it. I mourned my grandmother, honestly. I cried my heart out. I just expressed myself how I could. I did not hold any emotions back. There were no reservations, and I just felt what I needed to feel at that point, and I let it all out. But when I think about it now, I was like, oh man, if somebody had taken a video of that, like, it would have been so embarrassing. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that, like, on a lighter note. I've been extra emotional these past few weeks, and I just needed to laugh at myself and just be like, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to just let loose and allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, and cry and just be hysterical when it's needed. And I'm glad that I can look back now and just find the humor in everything else, in all the sadness and all the misery. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button and the notifications bell, just to get notified when I post and share videos on my YouTube channel. Bye guys. Mwah.